Things have taken a bit of a turn here in the studio.
Yes.
And I'll be honest with you, from where we are, the Dalek is there, and I don't like it when it points at me like that. Like it's doing right now, I don't like it.
Daleks to Cybermen, of course. Regenerating Time Lords, Doctor Who has had viewers gripped for generations. Today, it's celebrating its 60th birthday. I'm not sure you'd invite this to your birthday party.
No, Dalek, look the other way. Look the other way.
There we go. Now,
It actually did what I said.
I know, you've got the power.
That's a twist.
To mark the occasion, 3 special episodes are being released. Some of the show's biggest characters are going to make an appearance, as our entertainment correspondent, Lizo Mazimba, reports.
David Tennant and Catherine Tate back in the roles they left in 2010.
I had to wipe her memory to save her life. No! If she remembers me, she will die.
Tennant thrilled to be the Doctor once more.
To get to return to something that meant so much 15 years ago and was such a huge part of my life, and has never really gone away. I mean, Doctor Who, when you're attached to it, you're attached to it. But to get to revisit it sort of full time, even briefly, was something I never really imagined.
I don't believe in destiny.
As well as Tennant and Tate, the man who brought back the show in 2005, Russell T Davies, has also returned. Together, they made Doctor Who into one of TV's biggest hits.
After a very long time, something's coming back.
Your previous era was incredibly successful. There must be an element of nervousness about the pressure of expectation this time around.
I know what you mean. It's kind of like people said to me, can lightning strike twice? But actually, if you stand in the middle of a storm and hold up a great big piece of metal, lightning does strike you twice. And I've always believed all this show needs is to be good, to be fun, to be well cast, to be exciting, to be brilliant. And that's really missing in the schedules, I think, at the moment. So I dare not say I'm confident, but I'm proud of what we made and I hope it works.
The 3 new special episodes are celebrating the show's diamond anniversary. Today, it's 60 years since the very first episode. When viewers turned on their TV sets at 5:15 on the 23rd of November 1963, this is what would have greeted them, something they'd never quite seen the like of before.
So this is?
The very first script of Doctor Who.
Few can be more delighted to see it celebrating its 60th birthday than the man who directed the very first episode.
I wasn't the first director to be chosen. The original director walked. At the time we made the show, nobody knew what we had. I don't think we in the production area department knew what we had, or indeed the BBC.
I believe these people are known to you.
You're 2 of my school teachers.
What they had was something that would make television history, the story of a mysterious science fiction hero. It instantly struck a chord with audiences, even if those involved in making it initially had their doubts.
And what's wrong with it?
I got the script, and I just didn't understand it at all. And I said to Verity Lambert, the producer, "What are we going to do with this?" And she said, "Well, we're going to have to make it work." And that's where we are right now. We're still talking about something 6 years later because it worked.
One day, I shall come back.
And for the following 6 decades, there's been a long succession of Doctors.
Fantastic.
Each with their own distinct personality, while still remaining
The Doctor. We're on the list.
battling monsters and villains.
They are to be exterminated.
And encountering all manner of creatures from across time and space. The secret of the show's longevity, who knows? Or perhaps Doctor Who knows.
They say there are only 6 or 7 stories under the sun, and mankind's genius is to retell them and entertain us with them. And this is one of those stories. Someone comes from out of the planet, down to Earth, takes on the human form, and, tries to do good and help out. And is kind of a lonely figure full of love for humanity.
It's all connected to the storytelling of 1,000 years ago, when people sat round a campfire and told tales of strangers who ride into town and make things better. We've always loved that idea.
After David Tennant, the show will be in the hands of Ncuti Gatwa. His first full episode goes out on Christmas Day.
I've had a little glimpse of what Ncuti can do, and it's very exciting. He's such a great energy. He's so inventive. He's clever. He's quick. He's funny. it's really exciting that there's such a brilliant new Doctor coming down the track, and I will be glued to every new episode.
Fans hope that Gatwa will be the first of many more Doctors to come over the next 60 years. Lisa Mazimba, BBC News.
Got rid of our friend, have we?
I think he went that way. There's no steps either, so he's... she, it is okay.
You cared? The first Doctor Who special episode is on BBC One on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Thanks very much. There it is. There's the atmosphere.
You get the hang of it, right? Yes?
Yep. From Daleks to Cybermen, of course, regenerating Time Lords, Doctor Who has had viewers gripped for generations. Today, it's celebrating 60 years, although I don't know why we're celebrating with the mean men in the studio.
Well, they're the ones that capture the imagination, aren't they? Let's talk to Nicola Bryant, who was Perry Brown, who's companion to the 5th and 6th Doctors. Which Doctors were they?
That's Peter Davison and Colin Baker.
OK. Also, Danny Hargreaves is here, does special effects for the programme.
Yeah, yeah.
Lovely to see you both. Nicola, take us back in time a little bit. When you got the job, just what was that like? You become Doctor Who's companion.
Oh, well, firstly, the wonderful thing is when you normally get your first job, which it was out of drama school, and you say what you're doing, no one knows what that show is, but you say, I'm in Doctor Who, and everyone knows what you're doing. It was a huge show, absolutely huge. And the other weird thing was my first job.
Wasn't your first job on this sofa?
Yes, my very first paycheck was doing Breakfast TV, which was its first year, 1983.
What did you do? Were you one of the presenters?
No, I was a guest. I was one of the guests, and
right,
they announced that I was the new companion.
Was that sofa any more comfortable than this sofa is?
It was probably about the same.
Right, okay. It's a big bugbear.
Yeah.
And how did it impact on you? You know, because like you say to someone, I'm going to be in Doctor Who, everyone's, oh my goodness, really? And then it's got to, you know...
Fan mail, a PA helping with the fan mail. We used to get so many hundreds of letters a week, and in your dressing room just signing all the time, and people spotting you when you go out. The only thing was I was playing an American, and everyone thought I was American. So occasionally, someone would come up and say, you know, are you Nicola Bryant, are you Perry Brown? And because I would speak with an English, I could say no. It happens a lot.
You just had to look like that
I look
person.
like her. She's much taller. You know.
Danny, how far do you go back with Doctor Who?
Nearly 20 years, so I've been very lucky to be the special effects supervisor for that long. So everything from Christopher Eccleston right through to Ncuti. So I'm still on the show, still working, and an absolute dream to work on such an amazing show.
And when you say special effects, and very kindly, we Doctor Who special effects.
Yep.
We have Dalek behind you there.
Yes.
Got a Cyberman behind Naga over here.
Yep.
K9 here. Was that part of what you were sort of looking after?
Yeah, I mean, obviously being the physical effects supervisor, I get to blow these guys up, so he's probably a little bit nervous around me at the moment. So yeah, so I'm in charge of all the practical effects, all the big explosions, the fire effects, the elemental effects and stuff. So yeah, I've blown up a few Cybermen and Dalek in my time.
K9, it's lovely having you on the set. Are you making a comeback? Because this is what happens at anniversaries.
Negative.
Oh, no, that's pretty
firm.
There's
a maybe, maybe.
That's pretty firm, isn't it? In terms of your favourite kind of effect, I'm not going to ask you your favourite Doctor because you're not allowed to say anything.
Oh, yeah, that's hard, yes.
But you can say the favourite thing you worked on that you're kind of most proud of, or when you see it, you go, that really worked out well.
I mean, I get to blow up loads of stuff, but I think the 50th was pretty epic, you know, the Day of the Doctor. It was
Too close, that's fine. How easy is it to move in those suits? Just give me a thumbs up. Is it easy to do that trampolining?
Oh, they can speak.
Can you speak?
BBC Breakfast is now under cyber control. Destroy them at once.
Yes, I wasn't expecting sense and I didn't get any.
I didn't know they could speak.
He's a bit nervous around me.
Do you know, Nicola, one of the things, I go back a long way with Doctor Who, you know, you watch when you're very young. Things weren't quite as slick in the early days as they are now, especially with special effects and whatever. They had a reputation for being a bit filmed in a quarry, and you could kind of see the stuff, couldn't you? It was part of the joy of it. What was it like in the early days when you were there?
Well, I think there was always the limited budget. So when they blew something up, they'd want to blow it up properly because they'd only want to do it once. Because there wouldn't be a budget to redo it.
Oh, so you'd have to go for it first time round.
They'd have to go for it.
And you still do that.
They kind of still do that.
And you witnessed all that first
Oh,
hand,
yes.
did you?
Yeah. And only one time when there was quite a large explosion and I was with Alexei Sale and he said, no, I want to see it before we go in, because he asked. It happened. And they blew up the back of the guy's hair. So we were really glad they'd done a test on that one.
Did you work with the Daleks?
Yes.
So when you hear it, and you are allowed to say it, your famous line, the one line you're famous for, can you say it?
Exterminate. Daleks do not speak on demand.
Well, you just did, so there. Pointing its thing at me.
Sitting on or hiding behind that sofa will not save you.
It is quite chilling.
It is a little bit.
It is chilling.
Was it weird acting alongside Daleks, for example? Scary creatures walked out of lakes. How was that?
It wasn't weird. It was just magnificent. Because I'd grown up with them and I'd been scared by them as a child. So suddenly to find yourself acting in a show with the Daleks, being a Doctor Who companion, was just, this is a bit surreal. Am I going to wake up? Is this a dream?
You must have just been so happy.
I was.
I know it sounds really silly, but the same for you. You must just be so happy working on this.
I mean, can you imagine working on a show that's continually changing? Every episode is completely different. We'll be doing prehistoric stuff, and then we'll be doing sci-fi next week. And I mean, it's not a job; it's a hobby. I love it. Absolutely fantastic.
Mr. Dalek, even though you lose every week and every season, are you happy?
We have been defeated for the last 60 years, but we will return. We will conquer. We will destroy.
It is quite jarring.
Yeah.
It really is quite jarring.
Early morning,
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Are you looking forward to I mean, obviously, you've been involved in it. But as a viewer, you must be...
I've seen it.
I've not seen it yet. I've not seen it yet.
No spoilers, but what do you think?
I went to the premiere, and it's wonderful. And I'm very excited because Russell T. Davies said to us that this is a very family-friendly episode. You've got everything that you want. We've got the Noble family back.
Have we got these guys?
All Donna's, no. You've got a lovely little furry creature. You've got all the elements you want in a good old-fashioned family story.
Plenty
but then
of
the
action.
story that follows is considerably darker.
Don't give anything away.
Yeah, we can't.
So I'm very excited that we're all going to go on this roller coaster.
I'm sure no one says this to you, but thank you for being here, because you don't often get thanked, because you're not really nice things,
Charlie,
are you? But
stay
anyway,
where
thanks.
you are. You
They
will
still
be
talking?
cybernized.
Says something. Just, bang
Lovely to see you both this morning. Thank you.
You can watch the first of the 3 Doctor Who special episodes, BBC One, this Saturday, 6:30. Time now, 8:59.